Today I'm going to show you some left hand life hacks. Oh yeah. I get asked about the left hand a lot, especially when it comes to stride piano. Now stride piano derives from ragtime, like maple leaf rag. So this idea with the left hand is basically a root note, usually the 1 of the chord, to a 3, maybe 4 note chord, also in the left hand, within the 5 alternating. So 1 chord, 5 chord. Now some of those later guys that played stride really got into the virtuosic side of that kind of music. If you think of people like James P. Johnson and Art Tatum, and then Oscar was also a part of this back in the day, especially when he was younger, is the idea of the cutting contest, where you'd have stride players get together and see who could leap the farthest, jumping an octave, maybe 2 octaves up. If you've got that technique down, that's great. But if you're looking for some life hacks to make it a little bit easier, I have an answer for you.
Yes, I would like that very much.
Let's take that left hand. Take a third, which in this case, let's say we're in F, so from F to A. Now if you take the A and throw it up an octave, the third up an octave, now you have a 10th. If you take that down an octave, you already have the makings of a chord. If you add one more note in there, now you have a 7th chord, you have an F7. I know for me, 10ths are easy in certain keys. Like I can walk them there, but say in B flat, going from a B flat to a D, it's a little too far, so I have to break it. Which is totally okay for doing walking 10ths like that. But when you're doing it in this stride pattern, you're breaking it already. And the move is actually really close there, because if you look at the stretch, my hand already reaches this black key to that one there. So the B flat to the D flat. And I can actually play that as a chord, but even if I couldn't, if my hand was here, it's just a simple rocking motion. The beautiful thing about that is that you can do it at quicker tempos much easier because it's in a shorter span. It's really easy to pick up the tempo with that pattern, and because it's simple and it's within a short span, it gives your right hand a little bit more freedom. All right, so let's say you're gonna play a tune. Let's take Sweet Georgia Brown. Now you could play it like this. Which is very laborsome, but you could play Sweet Georgia Brown like this. I'll play it slowly. And to show you how important this kind of practice is, I'm gonna play along with my trusty metronome. It would take me forever to break down all the little nuances of that version I just played. You'll have the MIDI files if you want to check them out, and I would encourage you to look at that. I'll have a download link in the description. So how do you go about practicing this? Well, what I would do is take just one of these things. If you try to conquer everything, you try to do the stride pattern, you try to do the walking 10ths, every day in all 12 keys, hey, kudos to you if you can. But I would encourage you to start with something that is achievable, that doesn't seem too daunting or too overwhelming to you. You'll make better progress that way, and it'll stick with you longer. So maybe you just focus on a couple keys. Maybe there's a certain tune you're working in that puts you through a few keys. Sweet Georgia Brown's great because it starts on F and goes through the circle of fifths. So we get F, then to B flat, E flat, and then A flat. So you could just focus on those 3 or 4 keys if you want to, and say you want to take that 10th idea. So maybe you just walk up in each key. And keep going. Now, another thing I used was just straight up octaves in the bass. So I wasn't even doing a chord, and that's totally an okay thing to do. You can just go straight to octaves. You don't always have to be playing a chord. That could be something you practice really simply, but just walking this line around the circle of fifths. F, B flat, E flat, A flat. Another thing you could do, maybe you do that stride pattern around the circle of fifths, the one that's just within a 10th. So if you're already practicing your 10ths, even if you can't hold that as a chord, again, it's okay if you don't have the reach, but you can break that and you can take it around the circle of fifths. E flat, A flat, all right, guys, I hope this left hand life hack and really what turned into a stride piano breakdown was helpful for you. If there was anything that I missed in here, something that you want to add, anything you have to say at all that you think people might find interesting, please put that in the comments below. And also, I gotta say, this is my first lesson in this new space I'm in. I'm really excited about it. I've been working hard trying to get it set up, and it's a passion of mine to play music, of course, but also to teach. And I'm genuinely happy to have this set up and be able to finally make some videos from home that I'm proud of, that allow me to share the things I know with you all. So if you're subscribed already, stay tuned for the next video. If you're not, please subscribe. It will help me so much to continue being able to do this. And I want to build this channel and build a community where we're learning together. Thank you so much. See you next time.